to see SAVFY car MP3 players. Doesn't just play MP3s off your micro SD cards. It does a lot more than that. So I'm just going to give you a little look around it. Now, just on the side of the box, we can see those additional functions it can do. It can act as a charger, and it's got a little screen, trans flash slot, if I can get my teeth in. Now, it also broadcasts on FM, and it's Bluetooth connectivity, so it will connect to your phone. So I'm just going to show you that in action now. Okay, so here's the device itself out of the box. As you can see, it's got that screen up the front, and it's got an excitable charging point there. It goes into your cigarette lighter or power port, whatever you want to call it, in your car. And it goes up when it's excited and down when it's... anyway, right, so you can see here it's the T11, and it's a nice shiny finish. And we've got this sort of control mechanism here. Rotate that around and just click it down. So I'm going to plug it in and we'll see what happens. I'm not reading the instructions as per usual. We can see it's gone in there now. And it says 12.5. I presume that's the amount of volts it's receiving. And it's showing that it's not connected to anything at the moment. So let's get the iPhone. Right, so iPhone is on, and we're just going to try searching for devices. So hopefully it will show up at the bottom of here. It's discoverable, so I'm assuming that it's going to show up. Or I'm going to have to do a check. It's flashing with the Bluetooth light on there. So I'll turn it off and on again. Power off, power on. Still showing nothing. Aha, there we go. So we've got the T11 there. So if I connect to that. So I've now made the connection from the phone to this. And it says iPhone, which is indeed what we've got. Got the FM frequency on the top right there. And that must be the volume there, 26. Pretty self-explanatory. I have not read the instructions, so I'm just guessing. If we go right, we can adjust the volume up and down, which is great. Let's see what happens if we press it in. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so it's just calling. Basically, that's if I press that down, it's actually making a call on my phone. I won't show you that because it's got my personal number showing up, but I can see that. Let's go channel. Okay, so now what you have to do is turn your stereo on in your car. So I'm going to do that. Let's focus in on the... There we go. So we've got radio 1. I'll just find an empty frequency where there's nothing but just white noise. So let's find that. Let's go up to 100 and something. Okay, so 107.6. Let's say. So if we change the frequency, I've got to go channel, and I go down to 107.6. There we go. I'll press select. So that's the frequency that's set. Now, in theory, if I go over to my iPhone here, and I go into, say, something like Spotify, and I play some music, let's put, I don't know, just press any of these. I'm not a big Spotify user. My wife is more than anything, so the navigation on here is perhaps not something I'm used to. So I'm just going to go into there. Okay, so now we're finding some music, and I'm going to, at the minute it's playing out through the T11. So all I have to do is turn it up. Okay, so you can hear the music coming out there, and that's basically, you know, like a lot of Bluetooth receivers do. Basically, I can now put that in my car like that, and I can just control the music. No cables at all. It's all connected via Bluetooth to this, and then to this, to the radio, and that's how I get the music. So there we got Nirvana playing out. That's fantastic. Got full control. Let's see. If I go down here and I press next, I presume it will skip to the next track, which indeed it does. It's going to Robert Schultz and Sugar, and then do the same again. And we go back to Nirvana. Okay, now I can hear a bit of background noise, so what I'm going to do is change the channel up to 107.8, and I'm going to try and get a clearer frequency, so you can adjust this around. Oops. So basically change the channel so that it matches the one on your stereo. So if I press M, that's for the 3.5mm audio input. Now you'll see on the side here there is a 3.5mm plug. I'll just unplug this. That's why there's interference. You can hear there's actually a radio station on that frequency. So you can hear there, you can see rather, that's a 3.5mm audio input. You can put a little micro SD card in here and you can listen to tracks that way. On the other side, we have the rather helpful and rather useful power output. So I can put that in there, and then of course I can plug in my phone, which of course won't stay charged all day long, and then I'll plug it into there, and that goes in there. So it's basically one port, or one device rather, outputting the USB charge and also broadcasting the FM frequency. So it's great because it's remembered my previous frequency on here. That's all set, and that's all I need to do. Leave it in there like that, and that is it. So that's the SAVFY wireless car MP3 player. Plays MP3s off your Transflash card, or micro SD card as I would call it. It supports FLAC format. It runs off your car. Obviously it's got this little screen which is quite nice and very easy to use. I haven't read the instructions, and it will support hands-free calling. It's got a built-in microphone as well, so you can do that, and it does noise cancellation, so you can't, the person that you're speaking to can't hear your car, and basically you're not talking over them. And it will charge 2 devices as well, which is rather nice. So that's a SAVFY wireless car MP3 player.